Queridos amigos, para este programa me reservo esta última
Dear
parte
friends, for this television show, I reserve this last part, which is this
para aclarar.
conversation with the Master Jose Michan, who is a guru, in order to clarify that this is not a religious institution, but a combination of all the religions of the world. The Great Universal Brotherhood and the Supreme Order of Aquarius is not a religion designed to displace other religions, but instead, these are the teachings that you have been talking about. In fact, the Great Universal Brotherhood is a cultural institution that its purpose is to unite all the organizations that work for the well-being of humanity, irrespectively of race, skin, color, gender, religion, or level of comprehension. The Supreme Order of Aquarius is the public vehicle that the Great Universal Brotherhood uses for the era of Aquarius in order to bring disciplines, teachings, and studies for all of those individuals who desire to have a deeper understanding with respect of how to develop and expand their consciousness. For example, can you talk about the meeting that is going to take place in Spain and the Canary Islands in order to meet with other groups that have the same knowledge that you have? Precisely when one receives the degree of guru, one has to do a great pilgrimage. This pilgrimage involves going around the world as a public servant, bringing light to the places where there is darkness. It is said that a guru is the dissipator of darkness. In the places where darkness is going to be removed, this is going to be replaced with light. Precisely on July 1992, we're going to have in the city of Granada, Spain, a worldly retreat for the human brotherhood, and these retreats are taking place every year. A few years ago, we had this retreat in the city of Jaca, Spain, where the Great Universal Brotherhood donated a statue to the community of Jaca, commemorating in this manner the worldly retreat. The King of Spain supported this event, and he has observed that what the Great Universal Brotherhood has been doing is very positive. And now for the event of 1992, something really big is being prepared, and precisely the city of Granada's convention center, the government has made this center available to us so the Great Universal Brotherhood can use this center for the first time with this event. Very interesting. However, you are going to go to other places, are you not? Yes, I am going to go to Ann Arbor, Michigan, where the fraternity is thriving significantly in the United States. Also, I'm going to go to the Canary Islands, to the city of Tenerife, where we have a precious ashram in the mountains, where the training schools have grown in numbers very much, and from there I will travel to Copenhagen. I will interrupt you because you use the term ashram. As to me, this term is familiar. However, for many of our friends, it is not. Master, what is an ashram? An ashram is a spiritual colony or a place where a guru lives. An ashram is a place where one takes advantage of all the current technology, but one lives in direct contact with nature, and the individual, isolated from the noise and the pollution of the cities, can fully dedicate himself to his learning and training. For example, an individual in an ashram can reach a high spiritual development 10 times faster compared to his development in a city, because he can make use of his time more effectively. Of course, because in the cities we're very distracted with many pressures and too much stress, always focusing on material things and forgetting the other aspects that our divine being is composed of. In the ashram, the individuals are trained so they can detach themselves from the world without falling into a fanatism nor in a disequilibrium. After individuals are prepared in disciplines related to breathing correctly, in how to acquire flexibility in their muscles and how to relax, then these individuals begin attending an ashram where they receive direct training. These ashrams have been open all over the world. We already have 24 ashrams open around the planet. Are there any ashrams in Mexico? Yes, since in Mexico are the headquarters of this institution is where we have more ashrams. 20 years ago in the ashram of Cuautla, Morelos, we video recorded many things there. This ashram was the seed source, and precisely the fact that this was open at the base of the Popocatépetl and the Ixtlatzihua mountains has a very important reason. Why is this reason? The reason why is because Mexico has been chosen in the era of Aquarius as the spiritual headquarters and the cradle of the planet, and the base of the Popocatépetl and the Ixtlatzihua are a magnetic center. Precisely in Cuautla, which means place where the eagles descend, is where the first secret chamber was created and where this ashram began operating, and it was here where many individuals were prepared and then came out to initiate all of these spiritual disciplines all over the world. What you have stated now coincide with what has been said by the teacher Antonio Velasco Piña, and also to what was written by his predecessor and colleague Ayocuan regarding the sleeping woman who must give birth, and that he also spoke about esoteric and occult terms that now are in the open. Of course, so this place that has been chosen has generated beneficial effects, and it is producing higher states of consciousness. As a result, we can now export these spiritual teachings as it is taking place in the Canary Islands, which are some of the places that stayed above the waters during the sinking of Atlantis. The magnetism present in the Canary Islands, the weather, and everything that takes place in these islands is very favorable for the practice of these spiritual disciplines. So the ashram that we have in the mountains is a paradisal place. Precisely the 28th of July of this year in the European continent, in the city of Valdeiglesias, located 1 hour away from Madrid, where there is the other ashram of the Great Universal Brotherhood, is going to be open, the first secret chamber of Europe. In other words, in Spain, after working for approximately 18 years, the amount of people are already prepared in order to form the chamber that is going to be inaugurated on July 28th. Here in Spain is also an ashram which is located in Valdeiglesias, approximately 1 hour away from Madrid. There's so much to talk about with you, Master. Today I'm grateful that you have shared your knowledge with the public on Siempre and Domingo, and it is a fact that conversation that we are going to continue with the Master, Jose Michan, so it can be broadcast to you in a future television show of Siempre and Domingo. Thank you very much, Master, and think about all of us and invoke the good energy for everyone who is listening. Thank you, Raul.
Aún hay más.